Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, this is Ashima Shukla, your Current Affairs and Banking Awareness faculty on Entri platform, and in this video we'll be talking about all the major news events that have taken place in the past days. The discussion is going to involve all the important pointers which are important from examination point of view, and this video is more of a theory oriented which is made for your note making process or making that easier process. So this is going to help you enhance your notes. For those who want to practice questions, for them we have free live quiz on Entri app. You can get the link for that in the description section below and in the pinned comment section. Starting on the discussion of news events, the first is Multidimensional Poverty Index. The government think tank Niti Aayog has released the first ever Multidimensional Poverty Index to measure the poverty of the nation. Now, in this according to the index that has been released, first of all, there have been certain categorizations, that is, all of them have been ranked. All of them being the states, union territories, and at the district level. So, Bihar has been adjudged as the state with the highest level of multidimensional poverty with a score of 51.91% people or population as multidimensionally poor. At the second rank, we have Jharkhand with 42.16% of the population as multidimensionally poor, and UP being the third at 37.79%, Madhya Pradesh being the fourth with 36.65%, and Meghalaya being the fifth with 32.67%, being the top 5 poorest states. In the lowest category, we have Kerala at 0.71%, that is the least poor country, the state in India. Then Goa at 3.76, making it to the bottom second, then bottom third Sikkim, bottom fourth Tamil Nadu, and bottom fifth Punjab. Kottayam in Kerala is the only district which registered zero poverty across the country as per the index. So as per the index, there is only one district in India which has a zero poverty, and that is Kottayam in Kerala region. Then we have something related to Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India has formed an internal working group in June 2020 to review the extant guidelines on ownership and corporate structure of Indian private sector banks recently. Now, in this, IWG was a 5-member group which was formed with Shri Mohan Yadav ji as the convener of the group. Recently, this group has made 33 recommendations to Reserve Bank of India, out of which 21 recommendations have been accepted by Reserve Bank of India. Now, what are those recommendations which have been accepted? Let's have a look at that. First of all, initial lock-in requirement will continue as minimum 40% of the paid-up voting equity share capital of the bank for the first 5 years. Cap on promoters' stake in long run of 15 years has been raised from 15% to 26% of the paid-up voting equity share capital of bank. Then minimum initial capital requirement for licensing has been increased. For universal banks, initial paid up voting equity share capital per net worth required to set up has been increased to 1,000 crores, which was earlier 500 crores. For small finance bank, the initial paid up voting equity share capital or net worth has been increased to 300 crores from 200 crores. And for UCBs, the initial UCBs which are transferring to small finance bank, urban cooperative banks which want to convert to small finance bank, for them the paid up voting equity share capital or net worth is expected at 150 crore rupees from the current 100 crores, and it is to be expected to be increased to 300 crore in the 5 years from currently 200. Right now it was that it should be expected to increase to 200. Now it is expected to increase to 300 crore rupees. All the new small finance banks which are set up now, they have to be listed on stock exchange within 8 years from the date of commencement of operation. Universal banks shall continue to be listed within 6 years of the commencement. Their time has not been changed, but for small finance banks, the timing has been changed, and it is very important for all the banking aspirants to know these regulations that have been put forward. Now, next being a few one-liners. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar led the Indian delegation at the 20th meeting of Shanghai Cooperation Organization Council of Heads of Government meeting. It was held in Nur Sultan in the virtual format under the chairship of Kazakhstan. Collins Dictionary has named NFT as the word of the year 2021. NFT is the short form of non-fungible token. Sheikh Sabah Al Khalid Al Ahmad Al Sabah has been reappointed as Prime Minister of Kuwait. Magdalena Andersson has been appointed as the first ever female Prime Minister of Sweden. Maroof Raza, retired Indian Army officer, has come out with a new book, Contested Lands, India, China and the Boundary Dispute, explaining or making people understand the dispute between India and China and the conflicts that have been going on, so on. Reserve Bank of India has imposed a monetary penalty of 1 crore rupees on State Bank of India, which was on 26th of November, for violating subsection 2 of section 19 of Banking Regulation Act of 1949. So SBI held the shares of borrower company for amount exceeding 30% of the paid up share capital of the companies, which is against this Banking Regulation Act 1949. Madhya Pradesh Cabinet has approved the proposal to create cyber tehsils, becoming the first state in India to have cyber tehsils. What will cyber tehsil do? They will make property mutation process easy so that people can benefit from the system of anywhere in the state. Indian Army had organized the biggest military exercise called Dakshin Shakti. It was organized in Rajasthan's Jaisalmer. Dakshin Shakti witnessed participation of 30,000 troops from Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, BSF and the intelligence. The drills were held in the deserts of Thar to the run of Kutch, and the main objective was to test the capability of the troops in the marshy and marine areas and how well they can stay together and stay connected in those situations. Indian Navy has formally commissioned the 4th Scorpion class submarine INS Vela at the Naval Dockyard in Mumbai. It's the 4th in the series of 6 submarines which are being developed under the Kalvari class submarine project 75. Bajaj Allianz General Insurance entered into a partnership with Tropogo, which is a deep tech startup, to distribute one of its kind drone insurance products. 37th corporate exercise between navies of India and Indonesia was held recently for increasing the maritime cooperation between both the nations. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh ji virtually inaugurated the 5th World Congress on Disaster Management hosted at IIT Delhi with the theme Technology, Finance and Capacity for Building Resilience to Disasters in the Context of 2019 COVID. Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs Nirmala Sitharaman ji launched Tejaswini Hausla schemes for Jammu and Kashmir Bank. Now, in this scheme, Tejaswini scheme was launched under Mission Youth and it is going to be implemented by Jammu and Kashmir Bank. Hausla scheme by Jammu and Kashmir Trade Promotion Organization, and both aim for getting women empowerment. Also, 2 other schemes were launched, that being Shikhar scheme, I'll just write it down over here, Shikhar scheme, and the second one being Shikara scheme. Shikara scheme. So Shikhar scheme and Shikara scheme, and Shikhar and Shikara, both of these are going to be implemented by Punjab National Bank. Both of them are going to be implemented by Punjab National Bank for development of tourism in the region of Jammu and Kashmir. Right? Now, what is going to be covered in this? In the Tejaswini scheme, it's going to provide financial support of up to 5 lakh rupees to young women so that they can set up their own ventures, be self-employed. Then, under the scheme of Hosla, in Hosla scheme by Jammu and Kashmir Trade Promotion, for basically motivating the existing entrepreneurs to expand and become role models, give out the mentorship guidance and get the market support and everything. Then we have a Shikhar scheme and Shikar scheme. The Shikhar scheme is for meeting the credit requirement up to 2 crore rupees for hotel, tourism sector, and for this collateral-free term loans with repayment duration of 7 years will be given. And in this, there is going to be credit support of 15 lakh to purchase or repair the shikaras. Inspector General Ahmed Nasser Al Raisi from UAE has been appointed as President of Interpol, International Criminal Police Organization, recently, which is headquartered in Lyon in France. Sheikh Sabah Khair Al Sabah has been reappointed as PM of Kuwait. Saurav Ganguly ji has been appointed as Brand Ambassador of Magic range of LED from Century LED Limited. And with this, we'll be winding up this segment, and I hope this session has been helpful. Don't forget to like the video and share the video, all of you. We'll see you in the next video with more news events. Till then, have a great day ahead.